Thank you very much. So I was actually on the platform of our religious leaders, and the question is, what do our religious leaders stand on their pulpit and tell us today? Because we were meant to believe that every religion preaches peace and harmony, and Nigeria as one of the most religious people on earth, why are we not having much of that peace and harmony amongst us? Does that mean we're being told something different from what it ought to be? That's a question that needs answers. And then we want to talk about ethnicity. Nigerian is one of the most diverse nations in terms of tribe and ethnicity. And this diversity is supposed to be our strength. But again, rather, it is even dividing us more than it should unite us. Because people don't have respect for other people's way of life. You understand? For instance, if you, like they will always say, if you go to Rome, behave like a Roman. You understand? If I respect your way of life, if I respect the fact that this is whom you are, I think we'll always be at peace with each other. But the question has always been, we disagree with what you are bringing forward or what I am bringing forward. And then another very important factor is, how do we want to see ourselves as a united entity when there's a serious bottleneck that people don't seem to talk about? I had a discussion with a House of Rep member from, I think, Adamawa State about 2 years ago. And we're discussing on issues like this. And I told him, I said, we cannot make progress as a nation unless that cloud of indigenship is removed.
Okay, Maduka, where's here?
Yeah, well, I think overall, I think a nation deserves the leaders that they get. These leaders come from within us. These people are not born. They grow up in our society and they become leaders. So whatever they display, I think it's the reflection of what we really want as a country.
Is what?
It's a reflection of what we really want as a country. Yes,
of what we want.
Yes, yes. Okay. Because these same leaders who probably are not leading us very well, we are not objecting as much as we should to the kind of leadership we're getting.
And I think I want to differ with you a bit.
Okay.
I want to differ with you a bit in that light. We'll find ourselves within a society where it is the case of the piper detects the tune. You understand? Now, we are not so free to talk because you don't know where your next meal is coming from. And that brings us to the question of poverty that you spoke about. Okay. You understand? Okay. You cannot challenge your paymaster, because if you do, you are sure to go hungry the next day. Now, okay, we've had these leaders who, by the virtue of how they come on board, who seems to buy everybody's conscience. And when somebody buys your conscience, whether the person is going right or wrong, how do you challenge? How do you in turn come to challenge?
But me, I will still but Maduka hadn't made his point though. But he had just entered digitally into the conversation.
So I think I don't totally agree with that, because someone is being paid, right, for the conscience thing, and the person is collecting the money.
Oh, exactly.
On our behalf. Whether you have a representative on each level. Yeah. So, and if this representative is not behaving properly on each level, that means someone is collecting something on your behalf. So what I'm trying to say, there's a collective agreement that this is how the country should go. Except there's a collective agreement to say you shouldn't go this way again. But so you have voices coming up and people will support it, but maybe more voices should come up.
But can I say something? I know all these high